Have you ever felt like you're in a storm and you're screaming out, "God, where are you?" You're not alone. We've all been there, lost in the middle of pain, sickness, or heartbreak, wondering if anyone hears us. It's in these moments, when we feel most abandoned, that we often ask the toughest questions. Why me? Why this? And why does it hurt so much? Today, I want to talk about something that might sound strange at first. The idea that God speaks through our pain. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How can something so awful, so destructive, be a channel for a loving God? It's a fair question, and it's one we're going to explore together. This isn't about giving you easy, cliché answers. This is about finding real, deep, and lasting hope right in the middle of our struggles. Let's start with a foundational truth. God doesn't cause our pain. The world is broken, and because of that, suffering is a part of our human experience. It's a consequence of living in a fallen world. But here's the beautiful, transformative truth. While God doesn't cause our pain, He absolutely redeems it. He takes what was meant for harm and uses it for our good and His glory. Think of it like a master craftsman. He doesn't create the broken pieces, but He can take those shattered fragments and create a stunning mosaic, something more beautiful than we could have ever imagined. One of the most powerful ways God speaks through pain is by getting our attention. Let's be honest, when life is good, when everything is smooth sailing, how often do we really lean on God? We get comfortable, self-reliant. We think we've got it all under control. But then, a crisis hits, a diagnosis, a job loss, a broken relationship. Suddenly, we're on our knees. The props we were leaning on are kicked out from under us, and we have no choice but to look up. Pain has a way of stripping away all the noise, all the distractions of life, and forcing us to focus on what truly matters. It's a megaphone. C.S. Lewis famously said, "God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pains." It is His megaphone to rouse a deaf world. In our suffering, we are often more open to hearing His voice than at any other time. Pain also purifies our faith. It's easy to have faith when the sun is shining and our prayers are being answered with a yes. But what about when the sky is dark and the only answer we hear is silence? That's when our faith is truly tested. It's in the fire of affliction that the impurities of our faith are burned away, leaving behind something pure, strong, and genuine. Think of gold being refined by fire. The intense heat burns off all the dross, leaving only the precious metal behind. In the same way, our trials burn away our superficial beliefs, our conditional trust, and what remains is a faith that is real, tested, and unbreakable. James chapter 1 tells us to consider it pure joy when we face trials of many kinds, because the testing of our faith produces perseverance. And perseverance must finish its work so that we may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Our pain is a tool God uses to mature us, to grow us into the people He created us to be. Another profound way God works through our pain is by teaching us empathy. It is hard to truly comfort someone if you've never experienced a similar kind of hurt. When you've walked through the valley of the shadow of death, you can go back and lead someone else through it. Your scars become a testimony. They tell a story of survival, of grace, of God's faithfulness. The Apostle Paul writes in 2 Corinthians that God is the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Your pain isn't just for you. God intends to use your story of healing and redemption to bring hope and healing to others. You become a wounded healer, able to minister to others from a place of deep understanding and genuine compassion. Pain also has a way of deepening our intimacy with God. When we are suffering, we often feel a desperation for God's presence like never before. The Psalms are filled with cries of anguish from David, a man after God's own heart. He pours out his fear, his anger, his confusion. He is raw and brutally honest with God. And what happens? In that raw honesty, he finds a deeper connection with God. He discovers that God is near to the broken-hearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Our suffering can drive us into the very arms of Jesus. We learn to depend on his strength, not our own. We experience his comfort in a tangible way. We come to know him not just as a distant creator, but as a personal, present, and compassionate friend who weeps with us. Perhaps the most important message God speaks through our pain is the promise of our future hope. Our suffering in this life is not the end of the story. The Bible is clear that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. This world, with all its pain and brokenness, is temporary. We have the promise of a new heaven and a new earth, a place where there will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. Our current struggles, as real and as agonizing as they are preparing for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. This perspective doesn't erase the pain, but it gives it purpose. It frames our suffering within the larger story of God's redemptive plan. Look at the ultimate example, the cross. The cross was the place of the greatest pain, injustice, and suffering imaginable. Yet it was through that very suffering that God brought about the greatest good, our salvation. Jesus' pain was not pointless, it was purposeful. It purchased our forgiveness and secured our eternal hope. If God can bring the greatest victory out of the darkest moment in history, he can surely bring good out of your pain. He can take your story of suffering and turn it into a story of grace, a story of redemption, a story that points others to the hope found in him. So if you're in a season of pain right now, I want to encourage you. Don't waste your suffering. Lean in. Ask God, what are you trying to teach me in this? How are you trying to shape me? How can I use this to bring you glory? Don't be afraid to be honest with him about your hurt and your questions. He can handle it. He invites you to cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Remember that he is with you in the fire. He is not a distant observer. He is an active participant in your story, working all things together for your good. The pain is real, but so is his presence. The night may be dark, but the morning is coming. And in that morning you will see how he has been weaving a beautiful tapestry even with the darkest threads. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And if you're comfortable, share in the comments one way you've seen God work through a painful time in your life. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to see today. God bless you.